Hello, welcome back to the Blanket Bros Film Podcast you didn't ask for from guys you've never heard of. My name is Max, and with me is...
Jack.
You right, Jack?
Yeah, I got a soother in my mouth.
You just banged in a soother, did you?
Yeah, I just banged it. It might be a little bit clickety-clackety.
A little bit gross to listen to.
Yeah, a little bit really disgusting. So how you been, Max?
Yeah, pretty good. I had a charity event at work the other day. I had to dress up as Heath Ledger's Joker. Yeah. And the funny bit of the story is that everyone else dressed up as like fun-loving kind of caricatures of their characters. Like,
right.
My friend Larry dressed up as like comic booky Riddler with like a comic booky Poison Ivy, and I was straight up scary Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah. And there was children in the building, and I was terrifying the children.
Damn. Yeah, I can see it. It's pretty realistic.
Yeah, you saw the pics, right?
Yeah, it's because you kind of look like him.
Yeah.
So it was pretty real.
I get that sometimes.
Didn't you shave for it as well?
Yeah, I had a facial shave, and I dyed my hair green. For anyone who doesn't know, I have dreadlocks, so...
Damn. Is your hair still green?
No. Well, I didn't dye it straight. You can get, like, special hairspray from, like, party shops. It costs about £3.40 is what I paid. Yeah,
that sounds like a good price. If you want to pick yourself up some hairspray, it's only £3.40.
Link below. We're being sponsored by Shmaz Badang.
By Spray It On.
Anyway, how are you, Jack? You sound a bit ill.
Yeah, I'm a little bit ill. That's why I've got this soother on the go.
Should we explain why we missed last week, Jack?
Yeah, sure.
There's no reason. We just didn't. We just didn't pod.
We were just busy.
Yeah, that's pretty much the reason.
We just couldn't clash during the week. Every time you weren't working, I was doing something.
Yeah.
And every time I was free, you were working. So it was kind of...
It happens sometimes. But it's good, though, because this week we've got a banger of an episode for you guys. We're going to be talking about Batman v Superman. Finally.
Yeah. Finally.
3 years in the making.
Yes. We've been talking about it every week. Almost.
There's always been news.
Yeah, there's always been news.
But
Speaking of news...
before we get into that, I just want to touch on the fact that over the week that we didn't record, they announced an Indiana Jones 5 with Harrison Ford and Spielberg to return. What do you think of that, Jack?
That's pretty fun. We thought this was going to happen. Yeah. You had your theory about him doing Star Wars so he could do Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I can imagine some Disney executive going, "All right, Harrison, you play Han Solo one more time. We'll kill you off. Yeah. It'll be a nice happily ever after for that character, and you can be Indiana Jones one more time."
Yeah, because he loves it.
He loves the Indiana Jones. It just looks more fun as well.
It does. It does.
It does.
It does. It does. It really does.
Why'd you go Cockney there?
Oh, because I got this thing. You know what? I might chew it.
Great.
It's gonna be so loud.
A crunchy sound over sound, I guess. What do I prefer? Neither. That's what I prefer.
Well, in a few moments, Max, it will be gone.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That soother is not soothing to my ears.
Hey.
Also, so I'm into the idea. Although when he starts filming it, he'll be like 80 years old by that point.
Yeah.
Like getting on 80. So this will probably be his last one, I reckon. This will be a nice way to kind of pass the torch, I imagine. Not to Shia LaBeouf, but to
maybe they'll kill him off.
Potentially.
Oh God. Yeah, maybe they'll pass on the torch in the film. Oh wait, no, because it's the same character, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they could have like a they could have like a flashback to when he was like in the 40s or whatever.
Sure.
And have like Chris Pratt there or whoever the fuck is playing him.
Probably Chris Pratt. Yeah, probably Chris Pratt. Yep.
And then they just pick it up from where that left off and just have Chris Pratt in the next one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a doable thing. Also,
there's been the idea that the guy who they cast as the new Indiana Jones, they should also cast as the young Han Solo. What do you think of that idea?
Because only a specific type of person can play it. Like 1 in a million person. So since they've got him, he has to play both.
Well...
Yeah, no.
Do you think it would work?
I don't think that's necessary at all.
That actor would have such power over Hollywood.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I can see that happening. No, I can't see that happening. I mean, maybe if it was Taron Egerton. Is that the name?
Yeah.
I could see him doing both, but no one else. Everyone else is sort of, you're better for this. Yeah, you're better for that.
I don't know. That Jack Rayner guy, he looks pretty legit.
Oh yeah, he's very. He's the Indiana Jones one, isn't he?
Yeah. No. He's up for Han Solo, I believe.
Oh, yeah. That is what I meant.
But pretty much all the actors they're considering for this young Han Solo, I can just see them just transferring the losers from that and just picking up You know,
okay,
just
yeah, sure.
cherry picking one of the other ones to play Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Did you just burp?
I just burped.
Shall I leave that in?
Yeah, leave that in, mate, with soothers and the burping.
All right.
It's going to be a disgusting episode.
Good episode to listen to. Yeah.
Also, just final bit of news, just something a bit interesting. Deadpool is the highest grossing R-rated film of all time. It's beating out American Sniper. It's beating out Passion of the Christ. What do you think of that, Jack? The marketing, sweet marketing.
Yeah, sweet marketing. That's what it is. It's the perfect mix between superhero and R rating. It was gonna happen, but it'll be beaten. It'll be beaten by the next R-rated superhero film. So don't get used to this Deadpool #1 position. It's gonna be beaten every year from now on because now it's a trend. So
I don't know. I don't think so. I think potentially the second Deadpool will beat it, but if they just they throw out a Wolverine film and it's R-rated, I don't think it will beat it.
I think it definitely would.
What, an R-rated Wolverine?
Yeah, for sure. But Wolverine will make loads of money.
Yeah, but the PG-13 Wolverines haven't made these numbers, and they've been PG-13, so we've had a wider audience go to see them, and they haven't made the money that this R-rated Deadpool's made. So that potentially Wolverine would lose money, right?
Maybe.
But it's all about how it's marketed, of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I assumed that, just like it is every year, it's sort of just, apart from maybe your Avatar, it just gets beaten, and then new records are set, and then new records are beaten, and then blah blah blah, and it just switches.
Yeah,
but sure, it could keep it until Deadpool 2, and then keep it.
Yeah.
Again, but I doubt it.
Well, I guess I agree with you a little bit. Like, records are beaten all the time. Speaking of which, Batman v Superman has become the highest-grossing opening for a comic book film of all time. It's beaten the Avengers. It's beaten Avengers 2. It's beaten everything, which is a nice segue into the film we're going to talk about. It's a little film called Batman v Superman Doing Justice.
All right, let's slide into this. Let's slide in next to bed next to this film.
So, from what I've heard about Jack's opinion on this film pre-recording, he's not happy about it. He's very annoyed by it. So Jack's going to be the bad cop in this situation. I'm going to try and act good cop because I somewhat enjoyed the film.
Okay, well, I didn't.
Let's hear Jack's opinions.
All right, we'll start spoiler-free. Let's not start with everything I hated. Let's start with costume.
Yeah.
Bit of costume. I liked all the costumes in this film.
Oh, see, I didn't.
Oh.
I don't, because when I look at an ensemble cast of superhero films, so you've got your Wonder Woman, you've got your Batman, you've got your Superman, even though they're clearly different like costumes, I can just see the similarities where it's the same costume designer, right? It annoys me the most when there's like Thor and Captain America standing next to each other, and they've clearly got the same boots on, just different colours.
Yeah.
And like, it makes me think like, yeah, there's only one costume designer, right? Because clearly,
yeah,
copy and paste those boots.
Yeah, I mean, sure. But I was kind of lying when I said I liked the costume. I'm just trying to find something I liked. I did like how Superman looked. Oh, did you?
Yes, I like Ben Affleck's Batman.
Which bit?
I liked him in general. I thought he was I personally was apprehensive about Ben Affleck. I thought there was better actors for the role, and I don't think that he was the ideal choice. But after seeing the film, not the character himself, they made some very ugly choices with his character, but I think that Ben Affleck was the best thing in the film. All the Batman scenes I thought were good.
Okay.
A lot of them had silly choices made, but I think that the Ben Affleck and Jeremy Irons chemistry was good. And I think that they were the best thing in the film.
Oh, this is hard to listen to. Alright, so I think that Ben Affleck was absolute dog's balls.
Why?
He was just gargling balls the whole film. So boring. So 2D.
Yeah, that is Bruce Wayne though, Jack.
No, it's not though, Max.
It's pretty Bruce Wayne.
It's like there's a scene in the film. This isn't really spoilers because the film's not worth seeing. He goes down and he's stealing these files from Lex Luthor's mansion. Place. And he walks down there and he plugs it in, and then he says to the guy on the radio like, and the guy on the radio is like, "Oh yes, Master Wayne," blah, 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 blah. And that's it. There's no funny quip. It's just instructions, and then he goes back.
That's a script problem, Jack. That's not Ben Affleck. You got to look how Ben Affleck played the role, and I think he played it, well. I think the opening scene. I'm always up for a little bit of Bruce Wayne origin. I'm one of the people who like seeing Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed. And
what's the point? What's the point?
Because it introduces the new Batman. There's still people out there who probably think Christian Bale's going to show up at any minute. You've got to have Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed. You've got to have it for the wide audience.
I don't think you need to establish Batman and then go 2 years later.
And the scene that followed right after that was the Metropolis scene, and I think that was probably the best scene in the film.
Best scene in the film by far.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. He's all worried and he loses a friend.
Same. I was sitting there watching it, thinking all these critics are wrong.
I was like, I'm involved.
Yeah, but then the film happened.
It goes downhill significantly after that.
God, nothing. It's
I must say I like the take on the origin. I think I like the. I always like to see
on the origin.
I always like. Yeah, I like the way it was visualized. I like the how the characters were portrayed, and I liked seeing what's his name, guy from Watchmen, the comedian from Watchmen playing his dad.
Sure.
I'm always up for seeing a different. Because when they do the same thing over and over again, when they do the Bruce Wayne origin over and over again, I'm looking for things that are different, and it was clearly a different take and a different style, a visual style, and because you got to see what's different every time they do it, because they've done it like 19 times now. So
exactly, Matt. That's what I mean. They've done it like 19 times. Everyone knows who Batman is. I think they could have just jumped in with Batman established going on, and then you would have been, the scene with the cop. All right, we're moving into spoilers because.
No, let's just talk a little bit non-spoiler. Do you think?
All right.
What do you think of Henry Cavill? Do you think he's improved on the role, or do you think he's exactly the same as he was in Man of Steel?
Yeah, I think he's exactly the same. I still think he's awful.
I've recently rewatched Man of Steel. I watched it the other day, and I think it might have been because I was just disappointed by Batman v Superman, but I actually enjoyed Man of Steel more the second time. The second time being the other day.
Yeah, but that's but that doesn't matter, Max.
Why?
It's like someone giving you like a 6-day-old tuna sandwich, and then you eat it, and then someone gives you a 2-day-old tuna sandwich. You're like, oh, this is better. It's still awful. It's still terrible. He didn't improve. He was the same. He was plastic. He was like a molded Superman doll in every scene.
He totally wasn't Superman. I'll give you that.
In the explosion scene, which I won't say. In the explosion scene.
And then Jack, there's so many explosion scenes. You're going to have to be a bit more specific, my friend.
In the explosion scene, where he's in a building. I don't want to spoil, that's why. He's in a building surrounded by...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like a single tear rolls down his cheek. It's like, oh my god. Like, do some acting. Like, someone came on and like put a drop of water like under his eye and then ran away, and then they yelled action, and he just stood there staring forward. It is so bad.
I think that's more of a character choice, though.
He's so hardened.
He's totally overwhelmed with what's just happened, and he's. Although, I have problems with that scene. Also, I have problems with every scene.
Exactly.
With every scene, minus the first two, the opening scene.
I have problems with the whole running order of the film. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I need to move into spoilers now.
Well, we can just talk about structure a little bit. I just
all
feel
right.
It was very it was like a sketch show, every scene.
Yeah.
You could just take a scene out and put it like 40 minutes into the film, and it would have made little to no difference about where the storyline was. Also, okay, I want to stress this. This is very important.
Okay.
I watched this film 12 o'clock at night. On the opening, I sat down and I thought, I'm about to see Batman and Superman fight. This is going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Years of hype. This is going to be great.
Uh-huh.
I had a couple of drinks. I was in a good mood. I was ready to watch a good film, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the film had me already, okay?
You were in their pre-reviews as well, aren't you?
Yeah. I'd heard no reviews. I was ready to have a good time.
Okay.
And so 12 o'clock, the film starts. You got your 20 minutes of ads. And then it's 10 minutes to 2 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Batman and Superman had not fought yet. And I'm like, come on now. I'm looking at my characters and I'm thinking, things needs to happen. Something needs to pick up here.
This is one of my main points. My main point is, like, I've got written down here, lead with what you have. So, like, what this film is it's Batman versus Superman. But it's not. This film is not Batman versus Superman. It's montage of what they need for the Justice League.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. Like, there's literally a scene where you see a woman who could be, you know, Superwoman, Wonder Woman, who knows?
Yeah.
And she's clicking, like, literally clicking videos on a screen one by one, showing us backstories for characters with camera angles.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's like an email, you know, with the header being Justice League. Justice League ?
God,
hilarious.
It's literally gross. It's literally the most gross thing.
You know, and I would have been fine with some Justice League cameos, but it's done in the most lazy, like, video game-esque sort of way. It looks like a fucking menu screen for a game.
So bad, Max. It's so bad. Like, there's a bit with water, with a staff in water, and I thought, oh, they've established Aquaman. He must.
Yeah, he's gonna show up.
Yeah, he's gonna save her. Like, Superman's not gonna make it, and Aquaman's gonna save him. This is gonna be cool. But no, that doesn't happen. We're just shown the Justice League people like we're shown Nick Fury after the credits.
Yeah.
Like, it's fan service, but you don't put that in a film. You put that after the credits. As sort of like, oh, here you go. Look
if that scene of her looking at the thing would have been an after credit scene,
would have been awesome.
It would have been fine.
Would have been so awesome.
Yeah, if they got nothing to do with the overall plot whatsoever, then why have them there at all? The Batman v Superman name was purely there to get people in the seats. You can't just have a film called Dawn of Justice with Batman and Superman on the poster, because people would be confused.
Yeah.
The Batman, I mean, it still annoys me that it's not just called Batman versus Superman. Why isn't it called Batman v Superman? Why is it called that, Jack?
I don't know, Max.
What did you think of the actual fight between Batman and Superman?
You know, I did kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the Batman had a plan. You know, he had his gadgets, which you said when we were talking about it. You were like, no, because Batman's he's a master strategist, and I was like, I don't know. This film, it sort of has it, but obviously he gets bopped by Superman.
Yeah. And the motivations are all wrong. The reason Superman wants to kill Batman is so stupid.
Yeah. And then he changes his mind literally in 2 seconds, and then they look at each other like they've known each other since they were 2.
Yeah.
And they have flashbacks of them playing in the park. When all he did was like say his mum's name or something stupid rubbish like that, and then he's like, I made a promise to you, I'm going to save her tonight. It's like, when did this promise happen? Also, that when I wanted to say this earlier. All right, we're moving to spoilers now.
All right, spoiler time, everyone. If you haven't, okay, just do it, Jack.
Okay, here we go. So when Batman is revealed to us as Batman in the corner of the room with the policeman, yeah, and the policeman shoots at him. Yeah. How come the policeman doesn't know it's Batman or know it's Batman from the Batman symbol when there is a Batman light that they shine into the sky?
Wasn't he in Metropolis at the time? Wasn't that
Max?
I don't know. I don't know.
Max,
I'll tell you why. Pick up on this.
I'll tell you why, Max. It's because it's a terrible film with a terrible script and it makes no sense. How come there's
That's a very minor pick, though, Jack. If you're going to pick something
that's
that you
not
don't
a minor pick. It confused me so hard. I was like, is this a flashback? Have we flashback forward? Because it said 18 months in the future a second ago. So are we in the future? Or did it put that? Is that an editing mistake? Is that meant to be after this bit? Like, I was honestly confused. I was like, this must be a rough cut. Also, there's a bit with a flash into a dream sequence where he's in the desert and he's getting the stone that kills Superman. The kryptonite, yeah. And I'm like, oh, this scene's cool. And then he fucking wakes up. This is a mistake that like people that make first year uni films do. Like, they start it with an alarm clock, or they have them wake up at the end and say it was a dream. It's like, you don't do that. And then he wakes up, and like the Wicker Man, Max, he wakes up again. He wakes up.
After the little Flash cameo when he's like, Lois Lane is the key to this all.
Oh, and then she isn't,
because she's a funnier character than we've ever had before. I totally get that. I mean, there's a lot of dream sequences in this film.
Oh my god!
And they're all a bit
so Zack Snydery, with the dim colors. That's why the opening scene's so good, because it's all colorful and the city's burning, and then the whole rest of the film is just dim.
Yeah,
literally at night. Literally, the rest of the film was at night.
Yeah, but I can't blame Zack Snyder for this.
I can fully blame Zack Snyder for this film.
How can you though? Because clearly he wanted to make a Batman v Superman film, and all the executives went, "No, we got to catch up with Marvel. We got to catch up with Marvel. Put in this, put in that." Okay, all these cooks came along and just threw in all the broth.
I mean, all right, sure, all right, good point. But still, I blame him. He's got that really annoying style that I don't like. With it's green screen, and you know it's green screen, and I know it's green screen, but you're going to tell people that it doesn't look like green screen because then
but imagine if it was a Batman v Superman film, and there was no, there was very few Justice League references. They were not trying to set up a whole universe. They weren't trying to cram everything. It wasn't 9 hours long.
That's confidence. If you don't have to set it up, you can just have a sequel and then sort of slowly work your way up. It's too ballsy. This is what we're doing. Like these are all the people we're gonna have. There's no like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. It's like obviously in the next film, Aquaman.
It's Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
and look what happened to Amazing Spider-Man.
Exactly.
So,
but this film made so much money, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I still disagree with you, Ben Affleck. Though I think he was.
You know what? That's fine. I don't mind if anyone in this film was good because the film was terrible.
Well, are you not interested to see a Ben Affleck solo film with Ben Affleck directing?
Yeah, I am.
And starring?
Actually, I think he could fully bring it back.
I don't know, because they've painted themselves into pretty bad corners here, especially with the Superman death and with Lex Luthor ending up in jail. So even if a director picks up after this, you can't have Lex Luthor, doing cool, wacky Lex Luthor schemes where he's like a beloved businessman or whatever. You can't have that now.
Did you not stay till the end? Superman didn't die.
Yeah, I know, but he's...
Oh, did you enjoy that, by the way? Did you enjoy the 10 minutes of sad tear montage?
Jack, he's dead he's dead in the story. To the characters, he's dead. So that they can't now do the proper death of Superman, is what I'm saying. Yeah, because they've already, nerfed us.
Yeah, but he's going to wake up at the beginning of the next film.
I know, but to the characters, Jack, to the characters, he's dead.
Yeah, but to the characters between the films, isn't the character we're going to see.
What?
We see him shaking the coffin at the end of the film.
Yeah, I know that he's not dead. They're not going to kill off their cash cow McGee.
I know, but that means he's going to be in the next Batman film.
He's not going to be in the next Batman film, probably.
Why not?
What, in the solo Batman film?
Yeah.
I don't reckon so. I reckon they'll take it. I reckon that they'll look at the criticisms of this and they'll say, Ben Affleck, go and do your Batman film. Make it its own story. Don't include Aquaman. or Cyborg.
What's the one with that's really speedy?
The Flash.
No, the one that's electric.
Yeah, the Flash. That's the Flash, buddy.
No, the one Ezra Miller.
Jack, that's the Flash.
Is that the Flash?
Yeah, he just looks nothing like the Flash.
Oh yeah, he looks nothing like. Why is he not blonde? With
the Flash isn't
hair.
blonde.
Well, brown hair with spiky hair.
No, you're thinking of Quicksilver.
No, I'm thinking of the TV show, The Flash.
Right,
it's the same Flash, right?
Yeah, no, it's a different Flash. There's going to be a film version of the Flash, and there's the TV version of the Flash. They're not going to cross over.
All right, we'll move on from the Flash. What did you think of Lex Luthor?
Oh, I thought that
we should have done this in non-spoilers. Probably, but I will.
I don't know. I kind of appreciate the idea of having Jesse Eisenberg, because he's clearly a capable actor, but they were just giving him so much weird stuff to do. He was acting a bit Nicolas Cagey with his twitches.
Definitely. I thought. Did you think that in the scenes where he was overacting and everyone else was underacting, it felt like a school play where someone's really good and then all the others don't really give a shit? That's what it felt like. It felt like he's sort of there, he's learnt the lines, he knows what's going on, everyone else is like,
Yeah, and it comes off as awkward. Also, the character makes no sense. What is his motivations? Why does he hate Superman? Why does he want to correct? Also, I was thinking,
how does he know who Superman is? How does he know who Superman is? When it's revealed, I was like, oh, that's a cool twist. That's why she was shot in the desert or some reason. I can't remember, but it was a good twist. But then I thought maybe they're going to show us how he knows, and it's going to be like, oh, an even cooler twist. But no, we don't. We don't find out why he knows.
Also, his plan is so stupid. So, okay, I'm going to break it down for everyone. So, Lex Luthor's plan was to kidnap Superman's mother. So, and then tell Superman, if you don't go kill Batman, I'm going to kill your mum.
Yeah.
So Superman flies over to Batman and he's like, okay, they're going to kill my mum. Please don't kill me. They have a rough and tumble.
Yep.
They have a little
rascoopy. Radooba-da-doop.
A rooba-da-booba.
A bish bash.
They have a bish bash. They punch for a bit. And then...
Yep.
Yeah, and then...
And then they will fly away
Yeah, and then
Save the day.
and Superman says Martha when he's just about to be like impaled with the kryptonite spear.
Yep.
And Batman's like, "Why'd you say it?"
Who's Martha?
Why'd you say my mother's name or something?
Yeah,
and
something
then they're
like
like,
it's like, that's his mother's name. They're like, no way. They got the same mother's name. They must be best friends. God, it's so dumb. So dumb.
When I first saw that, I think I was a little bit drunk, so I was like, does Batman think that they're brothers?
It's fully an okay thing to think.
Like I can imagine people who didn't know the characters thinking, "Oh my god, they're brothers."
This film is so dumb. This film is so dumb. Who sat down and wrote that script and was like, okay, and then Superman will say Martha, and then Batman will go, "Whose name is her? Whose mother?" And then Lois Lane will come along and say, "It's his mother." And
see, I'm kind of fine with that being their ground where they sort of respond to each other and they finally get it a little bit. But then why doesn't Batman say, okay, so what's actually going on here?
No, I would have preferred
explain
a full-on dialogue, a pass back, a convincing, like a,
yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Where they're sort of fighting and they're having like a big dialogue between each other at the same time and like in between awesome fight things. But it was just punch through walls, fly backwards, stand up.
But it looked
punch
amazing.
Through walls.
It looked amazing though.
Yeah, it looks good because it's a 2016 film. Yeah, it's not going to look like, it's not going to look like Toy Story 1. But it doesn't mean that it's good. That's not a good film. Budget doesn't equal good. It may look amazing, but if you want to make a film that's just awesome fighting scenes, then he should just direct Raid 4.
Yeah.
Like, you got to focus on what this film is, and what it's about is the relationship between Batman and Superman, not just how good they fight each other.
I guess.
It's boring. There's no tension.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the motivations. Like, their motivations should have been clearer. Why one of them hates the other one.
Well, we know why Batman hates Superman.
Yeah, that was fine. The way that
worked.
That was set up was fine. But the reason Superman wants to fight Batman is contrived and annoying and stupid.
Yeah, and they destroy the city again. They destroy the city again. That's the one thing he hates. And then He's like, I'm going to take him back into the city. Why? Get Wonder Woman to go and get the stuff. Or fly into space. That worked all right the first time. That will give you some time. Like, oh, what is happening? Or just wait for Superman. He's Superman. He's coming back.
I find it amazing how annoyed you are by this film, Jack. Like, what were you expecting, really?
You know in a film when you're watching a film and you can tell how bad it is by how much you're moving around. I literally couldn't sit still during this film.
Yeah, I was sitting next to a guy and he kept saying, "Why do you keep going moving your arms?" And like,
because it's not Schindler's List. That's why. Because you have to. You can't. At no point was I in the film. I was always thinking of things. At one point, I was like, "God, The Dark Knight's so good."
Yeah.
I was thinking about The Dark Knight for like 10 minutes.
Did you see my tweet the other day? I put, I just watched Captain America: The Winter Soldier. You know that feeling when you watch a really good comic book film.
Yeah.
Because I watched it the other day and it's fucking great. I cared more about Falcon and Captain America: Winter Soldier than I did about fucking Superman.
God, fucking Superman. There's no tension with Superman. He got nuked. He literally got nuked in this film, and was fine. It was like when he was floating in space and he looked all fucked up, and it was like sad music. I was like, he's fine. It's Superman. He's fine. There's no tension, and also I don't care about his character, and also what's happening, and also I want to leave. Like, I wanted to just know what happens in this film without seeing it. That's how bad it was. I couldn't be bothered to sit there and watch
You'd rather spend just like 10 minutes of someone just telling you the whole plot or reading you the Wikipedia page.
Definitely. But I want to know it all, but I want to have seen it all, but without having seen it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's an
I almost saw it yesterday, Jack. Just to set up for this podcast, because like I said, I saw it last Thursday, so I know it was a bit drunk. So I almost saw it again, but
I'd rather sit there and watch nothing for 3 hours than watch this film again.
You'd rather sit and watch...
I would rather sit in an empty cinema. In fact, I'd rather sit in a cinema full of crying children and watch nothing, or watch Cars 2.
Come on, it wasn't that bad.
It was so bad. It was like a 1 out of 10.
If it was a 1 out of 10, then you'd have no interest in anything you'd have no interest in a Batman solo film. You'd have no interest.
No, I do though, because I love Batman.
Yeah, then it's not a 1 out of 10, is it? Because you had Batman in it, you loved him. Batman who kills people.
All right, I'll push it to Batman who kills people.
If that was a straight up fucking serial killer in this film.
Move on to that. Yeah, he grenades a person. Someone throws a grenade at him, and he throws it back at them. This is Batman, people. Anyone who doesn't know Batman, he doesn't kill people.
That's his rule. That's his number one rule. That's why the Dark Knight works, because Joker's just constantly trying to make him break the rule.
Yeah,
without that rule, the best Batman film wouldn't work.
Christ, he stabs a guy and like sticks him to the wall with a knife. And then there's that bit with the flamethrower, and he's like, he doesn't use his Batman intellect to like save them. He just shoots his gun. His gun. He has a gun in this film, and he shoots it at this guy's propane tank and like covers the girl whilst killing everyone in the room.
Hey, Michael Keaton had a gun. That's not that weird.
No, Max. Fine. It's not weird that he had a gun.
But it should have been more like a sticky bomb gun or a.
Yeah, it should have been fun. He should have like stuck a
grappling hook.
Yeah, there should have been a grappling hook around that guy's ankle that we didn't know where it came from. And we should have got a close up of it, and then a shot of Batman's eyes, and then this other guy's eyes, and then Batman presses a button, and then he flies out the window, being pulled by the grapple, and then he's hanging there.
He's hanging from the Batwing.
He's hanging from the Batwing.
Yeah, and then the Batwing drops him from
did you like that?
Like a significant height. But
did you like those scenes, by the way, Max?
I like the bit where
now we're gonna have some Batwing.
I like the bit where Alfred is, because there's a scene where like Superman's killing loads of people. There's another scene where Batman's killing loads of people, and then there's a scene where Alfred's controlling the Batwing from the Batcave, and I'm thinking, is Alfred going to start killing people? That's what I was thinking, because he had such power up there, such plain view of all these crooks.
He had such ridiculous tools. Like, all right, it's time for you to take over, Alfred. Okay, I'll just slide these handles out of this desk. Like, what is this desk?
I must say though, I did enjoy the Batman Alfred stuff in the Batcave. I enjoyed I enjoyed Jeremy Irons as Alfred, because he's an Alfred who he's fucking sick of Bruce Wayne's shit, and he's not dealing with it, and he's just just fucking get on with it. Is the sort of things he's saying in this film.
Yeah, I mean, sure. To me, he was just the guy in the Batcave.
What?
No one was good. Irons. Yeah, he was awful. Everyone was awful. This film was awful. Let's talk more about bad things. What else do I have on this?
I watched. I've been rereading a comic book called, a graphic novel called "The Dark Knight Returns." It's partially what this film is based on, and there's Alfred and Batman have a really good relationship in that comic book. You know the line when he's talking about the inheritance, about the wine and stuff. That's pulled straight from this comic book.
Okay.
And there's other stuff like that. That's very interesting.
Well, there you go.
So if you want to read a good comic book, then read The Dark Knight Returns, because the Batman v Superman fight is pretty much paid, like, panel for panel what's in this comic book.
Oh, I liked that bit. I like the bit where he's punching him in the face and then the kryptonite wears off. Then he becomes Superman again. That bit was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I like the bit where Batman flipped the box over his head with the grappling hook and hit the guy with it.
I don't remember that bit.
Yep, they're the bits I liked.
I think I might have fell asleep at some point.
Maybe. You just said that bit about the wine cellar. I don't remember that.
No, that was, when Bruce Wayne wakes up and he's just clearly been drinking wine, which is weird because he's Bruce Wayne. He needs to be top form all the time. And then Alfred's like...
Max, he kills people. Whatever.
Yeah, strange. So what else didn't you like? Tell me your views. I don't think we got to you, Jack. What do you think of Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, I agree with you. He's just overacting.
Very strange.
Weird. I don't think Jesse Eisenberg was right.
No,
it could have been someone else, for sure.
I understand the idea.
Yeah, but did you see it and go, yeah, that's Lex Luthor?
No.
That's the Lex Luthor I want. It was.
But I understood the idea, because in this day and age, when we think of like rich dudes, we think of like Mark Zuckerberg, like young dudes who have a basketball court in their office space,
Yeah.
So I get the idea of trying to modernize the character, but I don't know. His motivations were just fucking weird.
Yeah,
but that's God's coming down from the sky and stuff. I was like, why do you care? You're fucking rich.
Yeah, it was so weird. And that's always what was done with Harry Osborn in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it was very similar to that, except without any character. It didn't have any motivation.
No, Harry hated Spider-Man because he thought that Spider-Man killed his dad.
Yeah, I know. Harry has loads of motivation. I'm saying that this Lex Luthor is like a crappy carbon copy.
Yeah.
Without the backstory.
Did you like the scene? Did you like the scene in the Congress when it blows up and there's a jar of Lex Luthor's piss on the table?
No, because it was too long. It was. She looked at it and then everyone in the audience went and then a minute and a half later the bomb went off. She should have looked at it, gone and then boom.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you need. That's all you need to know. And then you sort of go, oh, no.
Or looked at Lex's seat, saw that he wasn't sitting there, and then boom.
And then shaboomy. It didn't need the whole, like her trying to speak and then Superman not realising what's going on, even though he's Superman.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, he's like, I was distracted. I wasn't myself.
Yeah.
Weird film.
Weird. What do you give out of 10? Let's go for some.
Yeah, 2.
Right, Jack. You ready for have you got a cake analogy? Are you ready?
Yeah, I tweeted my cake analogy.
Alright, let's hear it.
I can back it up though. So Batman v Superman is like having your cake and not eating it. Because it's everything that you wanted. Like it's everything that you were promised, except it was all wrong. So it's like someone's in the kitchen making your cake, and they're like, sprinkles, yeah, the sprinkles, and you're seeing them like sort of like covering it in sprinkles and like filling it with jam, and you're like, oh no way, this cake looks legit. And they come out, and they're like, it was someone else's cake, or like it's all put in wrong, or it's all out of date, and it's shit basically.
Yeah, I get that. Like all the material was there.
Yeah, but it just wasn't right. It just wasn't put in.
It just didn't come together. Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you give it out of 10, Max?
I'm thinking like a 6 at the moment, like a 5.5 or a 6. Because there was a lot about the film that I enjoyed. I think I just got a bit duped because I've been waiting so long to see a Batman and Superman film that anything that would like that I can see with that happening is good to me. It could. Yeah. So I am disappointed by it, but then again, this is the only Batman v Superman film I have. Just like Phantom Menace was the only, just like the prequels.
It's the only pod racing I'm getting.
The prequels were the only Batman. The prequels were the only Star Wars films I had for years and years. So I just had to just deal with them.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
I'm gonna have to just deal with this until they make another one.
That's very true. A lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but it's Batman and Superman fighting on screen. It's awesome. But in reality, it's not.
Well, it was awesome for like 7 minutes.
Yeah, but
you got to have your characters with motivation.
You're sitting there for 2.5 hours, and you're just seeing like the what's it called? The Wayne Manor looked like the house in The Others. Like everything was creepy and terrifying.
Yeah.
And there was this 5-year-old looking kid in the cinema when I was watching the film, and she had to leave. Like she started screaming at the bit with the the blood, the bit where he's at the grave for his mum and dad, and the blood drip comes down, and then the thing flies through. Whatever, it's some sort of demon or some stupid metaphor thing, and then she cried and left. Yeah.
You can't take your kids to see this film.
Yeah, you cannot take your kids to see this film. It is fucked up.
Here's a question for you, Jack. Are you going to watch the R-rated Ultimate Cut that Zack Snyder's going to
No, Max. I would rather watch nothing. I will never watch this film again.
I enjoy Zack Snyder's Ultimate Cuts. His Ultimate Cut of Watchmen is a fucking masterpiece in my book.
Yeah, I don't like any Zack Snyder.
It's fucking brilliant. What about
I think his pacing and editing is all awful. And I don't like the fact that his green screen looks like green screen.
What about 300?
Yeah, sure. It's fine.
Oh well. Do you think they'll keep Zack Snyder on to do the Justice League film?
Yeah, because they made money, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that matters. And people liked it. Generally. Yeah. People were like, yeah, it was pretty good. The bit with the fights was good.
Well, the audiences liked it, but critics hated it. So it goes to show that critics mean nothing anymore.
Yeah.
In terms of you don't read a critic's review of Batman v Superman and then not see it if it's a bad review.
Yeah, no power.
You're gonna see it anyway, and even if it's really bad review, you're gonna be like, well, I've got to find out for myself.
That's true.
Decide whether my Batman v Superman film is very bad.
You think that's just for Batman versus Superman? Because with After Earth, what happened was it had that booming first day, and then slipped down to 6th place in the second day because so many people warned their friends. Went up to them and were like, yeah,
yeah, but that's like word of mouth. That's a different story. It's not like a critic.
True, yeah. What about Doomsday, Max?
Oh, Doomsday was gash, Jack.
Yeah, do you think it was gash? I thought it was a bit gash.
Yeah. Plus, I was thinking about it. I think I maybe would have mentioned this already, but so Luthor's plan is to get Doomsday to kill Superman, right?
How did he know he was making Doomsday?
What?
How did he know?
Oh yeah, that is another point. How did he know that was a thing that was going to happen?
Yeah, how did he know? And how did he know the exact timing down to like 10 seconds, like leeway.
Because he's a technology expert. But anyway, like I was saying, like so he gets Doomsday to kill. So say his plan works. He gets Doomsday to kill Superman. Yeah. Superman's dead. What happens to Doomsday? Does Doomsday just destroy the planet after that?
I guess he just destroys the planet after that.
Because he just gets stronger and stronger the more you try to kill him. Also, Doomsday comes out of his little egg thing, and he looks straight at Lex Luthor, and he looks straight at Superman. Why doesn't he just kill Lex Luthor? Like, is it because they share DNA? Is that the reason?
Don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
Don't know. Yeah, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It's all rubbish. It's all terrible. How does Lex Luthor know who Superman is? Coming back to this point, but how does he know? There must have
been a reason. I can't remember though.
There isn't. Oh, there might be. I might have missed it, but I don't think there is.
Because Lex Luthor's a smart dude.
Is that reasoning enough?
He's got nice hair.
Yeah.
I thought that was a wig the whole film. It was only until the end that I realised that he just shaved it off. I thought he was wearing a wig.
Yeah, did you like that at the end where they shaved his head and it's like, oh look, now he's Lex Luthor. It's like it'd be like in Indiana Jones if like at the end they gave him the hat and whip and were like, you've earned it, Indiana Jones. Like you've leveled up. It was so bad.
Yeah, and then he's like leaning against the fucking bars and shouting and he's dribbling and it's disgusting.
And why has he got a 0? If you go to prison you don't get a 0. You get like a buzz cut. You get like a 2.
Yeah.
Why'd they give him such a close shave?
He probably asked for it. He was like, I need to look like Lex Luthor.
And they're all like, yeah, sure, most wanted man in the world. Whatever you want. I'll get Gonzo, the local hairdresser, to come in and give you a whatever.
The thing is now though with Lex Luthor, they can't do anything with him. Like he's in jail. What's going to happen? So he's going to escape probably in the next one, and then I don't know. He's just on the run now, I guess.
I mean, probably make Doomsday again, won't he? And then
Doomsday 2.
Yeah, Doomsday 2, and then they'll come and kill him with a new weapon, probably on the moon. Some shit.
I think it was exhausted. I hope we don't have to discuss parts of this film in future podcasts. Are we going to be referencing this film for the rest of our lives?
Well,
Jack?
yeah, because I know there's more, and I know I've just forgotten.
Is this going to be a marker for the rest of our lives, and we're going to be talking about this film forever?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Is it as bad as Fantastic Four?
Yes. It is worse than Fantastic Four.
What?
It is way worse than Fantastic Four.
No, I enjoyed parts of this. I hated all of Fantastic Four.
No, Fantastic Four has like a story. Like things are happening. You're like, oh, this is leading up to this. I can sort of guess what's going to happen. In this film, it's like yeah, they're going to fight.
This had a main character in Batman that I enjoyed. I liked the main character, or one of the main characters. I hated everyone in Fantastic Four. I hated them all. I wanted them to die in that dimension.
You know what? Yeah, that is true. I did. Yeah. In this, you can kind of. Yeah, characters are like, yeah, this guy's quite.
Some of the worst reviews I've heard have been comparing this film to Fantastic Four, and I don't think that's fair at all.
I think you can compare. I think you can put them in the same ballpark, and I think you could argue that either one's worse. I think it's on the level of Green Lantern, Fantastic Four. I think it's one of the bad superhero films.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it in the middle. I wouldn't put it there with like the original Fantastic Four or Thor: The Dark World. Like I wouldn't say it's like okay. I would say it's bad.
Yeah, it's like I put it on par with like Amazing Spider-Man 2 for me personally.
Yeah. No, I'd probably put Amazing Spider-Man 2 as better.
Really?
Yeah.
But that film is.
I like Andrew Garfield's hair.
I like Ben Affleck's hair. He had the sides.
Yeah, but
he had the grey sides.
Yeah, but he was taller than Superman. It was so stupid.
What? No, Batman is taller than Superman.
Oh yeah.
Should we wrap this beast up, Jack?
Alright, let's wrap this up. I got another point. I got one more point. I may have mentioned it. But why give us Batman's backstory for like 5 minutes if you're just going to go and then 2 years later? And that's it. That's my only point.
And then 2 years later?
Well, you're there. Then it just goes 18 months later.
Oh, right. Oh, wait. You mean when he was at Metropolis and then...
No, like the bit where... at the beginning where he's like running through the forest and his mum and dad get shot.
Yeah.
It's like that's all his backstory and what's happened to his Batman, and then it jumps. I think I already mentioned this. They should have just jumped straight in with who's Batman, and then being in the creepy house, and then discovering him in the ceiling. Like that would have been a cool introduction to Batman.
Right. I don't know. I look, the first like 10 minutes I was involved, so I have no problems with the Bruce Wayne introduction at all, really, personally. But I see how you.
What did you think of Ginger Lady?
What, Lois Lane?
Yeah.
May, she's just Mary Jane Watson, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's just they can just swap them out. I don't care.
Yeah, same. She's just tacked on. Which sucks. It sucks.
And they did the same thing. They did the same thing they did in Man of Steel, where they had to create reasons for her to be at places so she could fall off of tall buildings.
Yeah. That bit when Lex Luthor pushes her off the building, just assuming that Superman's going to show up. What if he didn't? What if he didn't show up, Lex Luthor? What if she just died?
Yeah, she smacked her head on the hard concrete.
Yeah, just died, and then Superman would have just just destroyed Lex Luthor without having a quick conversation. Like he would have just crushed him. But whatever, film.
Yeah.
Film things.
It is a disappointment.
Yeah, it's a disappointment.
I saw Kung Fu Panda 3, Jack.
Same.
It's pretty fun, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Go see that instead. Or Cloverfield Lane.
Cloverfield Lane's pretty good too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I'd recommend both of those over this film. Although I still feel like you kind of have to see this film just to give your own opinion on it. Even though I know it's going to make loads of money anyway, so I don't want to. Yeah, it's a hard film for me personally to get annoyed about.
I don't think anyone's going to get to the end of us talking about this for like 40 minutes and go, "Yeah, they've sold me." I really want to go see Batman vs Superman. I think if they're going to go see it, they've already seen it, or they want to see it.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to see it, which hopefully you don't. Don't go see it. Save your money. Wait for the DVD.
Well, save your money and then spend probably the same amount on a DVD.
Yeah. Good
advice, Jack. Then you can watch it forever. Exactly. Until the day you die.
Then you can show your friends. Do you want to do some? I guess that's what you've been watching. Both watched Kung Fu Panda. Pretty good. I liked the dad voiced by Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great.
Yeah, I like these Kung Fu Panda films. They're pretty light-hearted. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, they're a good time. They're also surprisingly really funny at some points.
Yeah, some good jokes. I really like his duck dad.
Yeah,
his
so
duck
funny.
Dad is great.
Yeah, like when he gets out of the bath and he's like, "Put some clothes on," and he's always naked. That bit was pretty good.
Yeah, that was funny.
Sure. All right. Are we done?
Yep.
All right.
So guys, do you want to tell us what you thought of this film?
Yeah.
Batman v Superman. Send us a tweet or at Blanket Bros.
Give it a score out of 10.
Yeah, give it a score out of 10, and give us a score out of 5 on iTunes if you're listening on iTunes.
Yeah, and give us a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, give us a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, or don't bother.
Give us a review, because I'm sick of taking other people's phones and reviewing it. Literally yesterday, I just took someone's phone. Do you mind if I just borrow it? You've got an iPhone, right? Yeah, you got the podcast app, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Can you just log in for me? Yeah.
Okay. Alright, thanks for listening to Blanket Bros Film Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Blanket Bros. Email us, blanketbros@hotmail.com. Send in questions or whatever. Do your thing. Or complain to us. Be like, this podcast is rubbish. And yep, we'll read it out probably.
We'll be like, okay, like it matters.
Yep,
thanks.
Thank you. Okay, thanks for listening. Goodbye.